Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Time for a little lesson on how to graph lines in standard form. Well, how do you do that? If your equation looks like this, how do you graph that thing? Well, one way to do that is to put it in slope-intercept form. You just change it so it looks like this, which requires you just to move the x part over to the other side, and then you get rid of what's in front of y. And so you can just take 4x and subtract it off. Subtract some 4x. And I'm going to rewrite that here. We're going to get negative 3y equals 12 minus 4x. And then you can divide by negative 3. When you divide, you do have to divide all the parts of it. I'm going to write this down here. And now we got y equals 12 divided by negative 3 is negative 4. And then negative 4 divided by negative 3 is, well, that doesn't go evenly. You get 1.3 repeating. And so I'm not going to write that decimal number. I'm going to leave it as the fraction. Negative divided by negative is positive, so I'm going to have positive 4/3 x. 4 divided by 3 is 4/3, and so I just write 4/3 x. And now this is in slope-intercept form. Here's our b value. This is our slope. Remember, the number with x is our slope. And so I'm going to graph it. I have a y-intercept of negative 4. And then my slope here is 4/3. It is positive, meaning it's going to go up and to the right. So I'm going to go up 4 and then right 3 to get a point. I can go up 4, right 3 again to get a point. And I can connect this up. And let's say I want to try a different one where, again, it's in what we call standard form. We want to put it in slope-intercept form, so I'm going to subtract x on both sides, and I now have negative 3y equals 12 minus x, but I still need to get my y by itself, so I'm going to divide by the negative 3, and when I do that, I have to divide all the terms by negative 3, and I got y equals 12 divided by negative 3 is negative 4 again, but now I have negative x divided by negative 3. There's no number in front of x, and so the number there is, in fact, 1. And so I got negative 1 divided by negative 3. But 1 divided by 3 gives me 0.3 repeating. I'm not going to write that decimal number. I'm going to leave it as the fraction, which 1 divided by 3 is this fraction we call 1/3. And so it's 1/3 x. And negative divided by negative is positive. So now I have my different parts for my line. I have my b value. I have my m value, my y-intercept, and my slope. So I'm going to put a dot on my y-intercept of negative 4, and then I use my slope of 1/3, which is up 1, and then right 3. So I go up 1, right 3, up 1, right 3. I can also go down 1, left 3, and get another point, another couple points that way. And now I have all my points, and it makes a lovely line here, like that. And let's try out one more. Just for variety's sake, so you can kind of see things happening here. Again, I want to get rid of my x part. I'm going to subtract 3x. Negative 5 minus 3x doesn't combine because 5 doesn't have an x. But now I have negative y equals negative 5 minus 3x. I do need to get rid of this negative in front of the y. If there's no number in front of the variable, the number there is 1. So I need to get rid of negative 1, which is just divided by negative 1. So I'm going to divide every single term by negative 1. And I get y equals positive 5 plus 3x, because negative divided by negative is positive. So I have my line here. I have my y-intercept of 5 and my slope of 3. So I get over about 5 on my y-axis, and then use my slope of 3. Remember, if your slope's 3, that's the same thing as 3 over 1. So I'm rising 3 and running 1, which would be up 3, right 1. But when I try to do that, I kind of fall off my graph, and so I'm going to go down 3 and left 1 to get a point, down 3, left 1, down 3, left 1, and now I got my points, and I can connect them up to make my line. So remember, the process for trying to graph these things is just make it be y-intercept form, so subtract the x part off, divide by what's in front of y, and then it will be in slope-intercept form, which you can then graph. So there you go. Good luck on that part of your assignment.